find something you can do it, and that's what I do. I got the best team behind me. I'm not going anywhere.
Frankie the Answer Edgar! Kattar trying to finish the fight. Kattar landed a Boston bomb tonight.
I feel like I said, I'm scratching the surface, and these featherweights are in big trouble when I put this shit all together.
Calvin Kattar, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier. I'm made for a fucking podcast. That's dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. Matt and I are separated by even greater distance. Matt is now living it up in Vegas, and before he heads to Abu Dhabi, and I am stuck here where I have been in the same apartment. And I guess, Matt, before we start, we have a good show today. We have Frankie Edgar, who's making his bantamweight debut against Pedro Munoz, and of course we have the headliner of that main event, which is the fight that's happening on the 15th on Fight Island, which is Calvin Kattar versus Dan Ige is the main event. I believe Frankie Pedro is the co-main. So we have Calvin Kattar, who I feel like we just talked to. He had the fight with Jeremy Stevens, second round TKO, and he's back already. And Matt, I guess we should talk first and foremost. You're getting to go overseas, which I'm really jealous of. Poor fucking Gilbert Burns, who we love, tested positive and had to drop out. But hey, look, the great Jorge Masvidal is stepping in. What do you think of Usman Masvidal?
I think it's amazing. I think it's a super exciting fight. My thing is, was Masvidal training? Do we know? Because I know he took it on short notice. But he's one of those guys I think he's always in shape. You know what I mean? I don't think he never gets sloppy.
No, and he seems like the type of guy, especially since they had been talking before about possibly booking him. He's not a dumb guy. He knows that, like, hey, there's not only people missing weight, but there's also injuries, and there's the COVID virus, which again, unfortunately, is what happened to Gilbert Burns. There's a lot of things that can get in the way of a fight right now. So it wouldn't surprise me if Masvidal kept himself in some kind of fighting shape, and he seems very confident to make that he'll make the weight and he'll be ready to go.
Want to talk about the matchup? What do you want to do?
Yes, I would love to talk about this. I personally, you know how I feel about grapplers. I give this advantage to Usman because, again, first of all, Masvidal didn't have a camp that we know of. And Usman, again, he was training for Gilbert Burns on the ground, and he's now dealing with Masvidal. And in these situations, especially without a camp, and it can be a grueling fight with Usman, I definitely give Usman the edge here. I sound like a real sports guy jerk off there, by the way. If you were here, you should slap my face. I definitely give the edge to Usman. How about you, Matt? Back to you. I should shut the fuck up. Trying to sound like a sports guy. I suck.
I'm wondering if we're going to see if he's going to attempt that flying knee. You think he's going to attempt that? You know, you never know. You might feel it's the grappling instinct to bring that head down.
You know,
Jimmy?
You might be right. But I don't see – you'd think that Askren he took the hit for everybody. You hope that anybody who grapples would be ready for that now, especially against Masvidal.
The fact that he has that in the arsenal, you know what I mean, is something always to be aware of for the champ. I see it the same way. First of all, it's going to be an amazing fight. Yeah. Because Jorge's he's a do or die fighter. He's not like some guy who's just going to get taken down and smoked. He has an underrated ground game. Yep. I think he's going to be a hard guy to just keep pinned down and worked over. You know what I mean?
A hard guy to take down too. He's not going to just go down. Yeah.
How much is going to, hey, listen, it's funny because I was saying something similar about Tyron Woodley when he was fighting Gilbert Burns. I'm like, man, Tyron's too good a wrestler to be even taken down by Gilbert. And Gilbert landed the first combo early, landed a few punches early, and then just jumped on him. And next thing you know, then he started taking him time in the takedown. And I don't know, could Jorge mix it up like that and actually go on the offense for any takedowns of his own? That'd be interesting. Listen, he's a very well-rounded fighter. You know what I mean? So I don't think anything would be surprised me. I wouldn't be surprised if he did shoot for a takedown.
You know, I was happy though, like as much as I felt bad for Gilbert Burns, who I like a lot, I was happy for Masvidal because again, he's been leading up to this, and both of these guys are coming off fights with you know, Woodley and Covington, both great fighters for Usman, and Askren and Diaz. Masvidal beat. So these guys are both coming off wins, two wins in a row off incredible fighters. So neither one of these guys has had an easy schedule to get here.
And I don't feel too bad, man, because Gilbert's, you know, still in the mix. Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like he'll jump right back and he'll be right there ready to.
Yes.
To you know what? You know why they got ADD, right? I got ADD. You know that, Jimmy.
Yes.
So, because as we're talking, the producer's texting me going, "Calvin is ready."
We do have Calvin Kattar.
What's up, fellas?
There he is. What's going on, Calvin?
How you doing, man?
We didn't talk to you since your last fight, right, with Jeremy?
I don't think we did. I don't believe so.
Man, listen. First of all, it's been a while, but that wasn't that long ago. But congrats, man! What a fucking awesome fight. You know?
Hell yeah! Yeah, I was happy to get a finish over a tough guy like him. Bet you got to do it with the elbow or knee. You know that with him.
Yeah, now you knew that he'd be aggressive. He's always aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you expect him to come out that aggressive? Because you had to overcome a little bit of a storm there, which you did.
Yeah, a little bit. I was kind of, man, I do a little feeling out face sometimes. You know, at least it depends. With him, I was feeling it out a little bit. He came out. He threw some weird flying side kick, trying to like. He said he wanted to finish me faster than Masvidal, but Masvidal threw a flying knee, not a flying fucking sissy side kick. I don't know what the fuck that was, but it was funny. But,
I remember.
You know, and then after that, I was feeling him out, and it's weird, man. Like, I mean, it's just I had to feel out the power, and because you see him knocking dudes out left and right, and
Yes.
I didn't really feel it. It's like he didn't hit me clean. He was more of an arm puncher. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but you have a way of rolling with your punches, like James Toney-ish and
Roy Nelson always looked like he was
Burgos,
getting hit with bricks.
You take away a lot of that impact, even when guys are wailing on you.
Yeah.
And I've seen that even up against the cage. Dude, I'll tell you, there's a lot to be said for someone who can keep their demeanor in a shitstorm like that. Because I know what that's like, even in sparring, when somebody has you up against there and they're throwing everything. You gotta fucking, you know.
Yeah, but like I was saying, war, man. Like if you're gonna be in war, the last thing you want to do is lose your shit. You're gonna stay cool, calm, collected. If you're that sniper, you're breathing, looking through the scope, breathing out, only squeezing that shit. Like you got to keep that mindset, and it's not always easy. And I think that's the difference. You know, and that goes down to your mentality. And I think a lot of the greats can really dial in and focus. They really focus on their mentality, especially when shit's hitting the fan. And that's why I think through this pandemic, it's a strength, you know, for me, because I deal with adversity better than most of these guys.
And your last, that fight was, what was that? I'm trying to find, what was the day? That was very recent, that fight.
That was May 9th.
Yeah,
May 9th.
a little over 2 months, and you felt ready, or do you think it's because of what's been happening with certain fighters being ineligible, or not? What made this happen so quickly?
Just the opportunity presented itself, man. I'm not going to sit on the sidelines while my dreams are right in front of me. You know, opportunity to headline Fight Island, Abu Dhabi, sign me up. You know, my manager gave me the green light. He said it's time to go to work, and here we are.
Back to the Jeremy Stephens fight, real quick. Between rounds, you know, because it started getting better for you at the end of the first round as far as finding your timing. Between rounds, did you feel you were starting to find your timing better, or did you feel all right?
I was pissed.
Were you pissed?
I was pissed. You see the way I finished that first round? Yeah, I threw a huge right hand, and it was just sloppy, but I didn't give a shit because it was more about the message. Like, I'm going to be in your face, you know what I mean? Because what happened was, if you look back, the last 10 seconds, he threw some shot that didn't land, and I heard a bunch of ooh, like from the commentators, like ooh, and I'm like, it reminded me of the Zabit fight, all the oohs and ahs and no fucking impact, you know. And so I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm not going out with 10 seconds ending the round on a fake ooh you know. So I was like, I dove at him and just threw a sloppy ass right hand, but it was like a good thing and a bad thing. It was good because I let him know, like, I'm going to be in your face this whole fight, you know, and I'm not scared of you. But the bad thing was I was starting to fight a little uncontrollable, and I thought he was going to be the wild one. I thought I was going to be a little bit more composed. and he kind of got me to get a little wild. So I didn't really like that feeling. And then I go back in my corner, and my boy Rob Font.
Hey, Rob.
There he is. What's up,
He
Rob?
says to me, he goes, Calvin, your right hand's a little too big, and your left hand's way too big. I'm like, man, fuck you in my head, right? And I'm like, I didn't say nothing. I'm breathing it out. I'm like, you're right, man. I know. And I just took a couple deep breaths, man, and tried slowing it down a little bit, you know?
So you heard the announcer who referenced Bisping too. Somebody said, listen to Bisping. So the announcers and what people were saying, because there's no crowd there, you actually could hear things that you probably normally wouldn't hear.
Yeah, so the funniest thing for me was I hit Jeremy. You hit Joe Rogan, I think, say I hit him with a right hand, and he goes, ooh, Kattar hits Jeremy with a big right hand, and Jeremy just eats it. And I'm looking at Jeremy like, yeah, that happened. Like, what? You know, what? You know, because it's like we're getting a commentator on like it was more like a street fight. You know, you and your boys show up one-on-one, and your boys talking shit in the background.
Dan Ige, this is an amazing fight, man. Yeah. Now, and I'm surprised you guys didn't meet up earlier.
Well, we bumped into each other outside the gym here and there, nothing crazy, but you know, yeah, he's done what he had to do with the last 6 guys. Last couple were close. But, you know, he's got the nod, so he's done what he had to do to get this opportunity. And I'm just happy to have another big moment opportunity. And you got to fight guys that are on 6-fight win streaks. You got to fight guys that are winning fights in order to have them. So, you know, I'm happy to take on a tough, young, hungry, up-and-coming competitor like Dan Ige and show why I'm the top competitor and contender in the division.
What was the difference between this camp and the camp before the Stevens fight, where you were kind of going into quarantine, I guess, at that point, and this whole thing has occurred in quarantine, and what adjustments did you make where I guess you were more used to it the second time around?
Yeah, well, we just stayed in the same rotation, you know, what we were doing, and I was still getting in the work even post-fight. You know, I knew that there were some big fights coming up in the featherweight division in the next coming months, so it would do me some good to stay in the gym, stay moving. And here we are now. The opportunity presented itself. I'm happy I stayed ready, and now I'm able to hopefully go and capitalize.
I'm excited for you to be in a 5-round fight, because you're one of those guys.
Yeah, let's go.
You get better as it goes on, man. Like we talked about with that Zabit fight. I wish that was another 2 rounds. So that's what I'm really excited about, man, because sometimes you don't get beat by the opponent, you get beat by the clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's how I felt like that last one went down a little bit, you know. Obviously, we could have done more in that 3 rounds to get the job done, and that's what we signed up for, was a 3-round fight. So, you know, you got to get it done. But this one, you're not going to have a time issue. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have 5 5-minute rounds. May the best man win. And
now you're right. Now, are you in Vegas at the moment?
I am. Yeah, we're quarantined over here at the hotel across the street from the PI. They got us staying on location. We finally passed our first round of COVID testing, me and my team. So a good little start checkpoint to the week.
Was this your? You've been tested already though, so you were used to that thing that goes in the nose. That really sucks, doesn't it?
Well, I hear they can't get it through my fucking nose these days. Look at this thing, man. So they got to go down the throat.
Yeah, they do the throat.
Yeah. So got that done, and it's, you just never know, man. You know, it could be anything. So it's just a little bit of relief to get that, you know, clear testing, and from here, you know, hopefully we got 3 more to go. So
hey, they let you out of the hotel. I'm in here. Let me wave to you. I'm gonna wave to you at the window. I'm fucking here.
Are you here? You're here? That's right.
I'm fucking here, man.
Yeah. So we just told him we had to get outside, go for a little bit of a walk to walk off the breakfast we didn't eat yet. But,
are you going on the plane tonight or no?
Yeah, we said 6 p.m.
All right, man. Yeah.
9 p.m. We got a 9 p.m. flight, 18-hour flight.
Wow,
and yeah, so just wait, whatever, man. Whatever I got to do, he's got to deal with. It's all even playing field. You know, I got to get tested 4 times. He's got to get tested 4 times.
Yeah.
We're gonna fly 5 times. I signed up for 4, not 5.
Wait, you guys got an 18-hour flight? Like, where do you from Vegas to where's the first leg?
Abu Dhabi. I think we're just going right to Fight Island from what I understand.
Is that long without stopping?
It's 18 hours, right? I think it's like 19, 18, 17, 18. Yeah, it's up there, man. I don't think that either. And I thought we were going to be getting there from Boston, but it looks like we had to come out here to get tested first. So hey, whatever I got to do, man, I don't worry about the particulars. You know, It's like when we get in the cage, I'll be ready to go. That's it. All the other bullshit can happen. Same thing with the pandemic. You can get lost in all the bullshit. Only thing that matters is the 5-minute rounds when I step in the octagon, and I'll be ready to go when I get in there.
Well, you have a couple of extra days too. You guys are fighting on Wednesday the 15th. And I guess the 11th is when the 251 is. So you actually have a couple extra days to get acclimated to the time. Because what time of day are you actually fighting there?
I believe I'm fighting at like 8 a.m. And then it kind of sounds crazy, but we're flying home, I think, at like 6 p.m. that day. It sounds kind of crazy, but if you think about it, we usually fight on Saturday nights. Say, this would be a 12 a.m. fight on a Saturday, and usually you're leaving 7 a.m. on Sunday anyway. If you make the flight, half the time I haven't. It's rough, man. You got family flying in all to see you. Matt. You go out. You're gonna hang out with them all night, and then what are you gonna get? An hour or two sleep before your 7 a.m. flight? Are you gonna try to, It's
well, this is probably a better thing, man, because now you get a long plane trip just to chill and relax. You know what I mean?
With a nice mask on. Hopefully this time I don't have a broken nose and I can breathe through the thing.
I hate the fucking mask, man. Me too, man. I was flying with that thing. I'm just like, dude, this is just fucking weird. You don't know if anybody's smiling at you or anything. Everybody's just fucking,
Yeah, especially coming from the Northeast, you think everyone's got a staring problem, but here I am trying to get some sleep. I got this mask on, I can't really breathe, and I look over to my right, and Rob's just zonked out. This kid's like a professional napper. It's crazy. So just to add insult to injury, it's like if I can't sleep, he's getting a full 8 hours on a plane.
That to me is amazing. I can't sleep for shit on a plane. I fly a lot and I never sleep. Like leave red eyes, doesn't matter. Wide awake. I'm the only one on the plane awake. I can't do it.
I could fucking sleep anywhere. Hey, have you guys been getting your golf in or no?
Our golf?
Yeah.
Man, not as much as I like. I took out the ESPN crew when they were coming out and shooting some stuff for us. We only did 4 holes just for the shoot. And of course, I played like shit. I didn't, picture. I try to say the analogy, like picture you just show up in the gym and you hop right in on some rounds. You didn't warm up, you didn't take any practice swings. I jump on like hole 16, and I got to start playing in front of some, ESPN cameras. The pressure was a lot. And
hey, listen, you're a younger guy. Did you ever see the movie Caddyshack?
Hell yeah, I saw Caddyshack.
Fuck yeah, classic. Caddyshack is a classic.
No.
Whatever you do, don't watch Caddyshack. No. Yes. I love. Oh, what a classic, man. I pretend like they didn't make a sequel with Perry Mason or something.
Oh no, with
Perry who?
Jackie Mason, not Perry Mason. Perry Mason.
Yeah, I'm a classics guy too. Sometimes if you do it good enough once, you don't got to do it again.
Yeah.
That's right. Fucking good movie though.
Well, Calvin, look, man, good luck against with Dan Ige. That's a great fight, and he's coming. I think the 16th was May 16th was his fight with Barboza. So you guys both kind of had an equal amount of time to heal up and get ready. No one had a huge layoff, so you guys are both back in and ready to go. So have a safe trip out there, and good luck on the 15th.
Thank you, gentlemen. Look forward to talking to you guys again post fight.
All right, definitely, man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, later,
bit, bro.
All right, take care, Calvin.
You too. Thanks.
Support for UFC Unfiltered, which we are grateful for, comes from Trifecta, the official meal provider of the UFC and the nation's #1 organic meal delivery service. Are you tired of feeling like you're failing with your diet? It should say gym after this. Yes, I am. Give your diet the KO it needs by eating the same foods as your favorite fighters, champions like Amanda Nunes, the great Kamaru Usman, and Valentina Shevchenko. Rely on Trifecta to keep them fueled, to stay at the top of their game in and out of the octagon. Trifecta makes healthy eating so easy that it'll become your new lifestyle. It's like having a dietitian and a personal chef design, cook, and ship all of your food directly to your door. All you need to do is heat up your Trifecta meal and enjoy. And that's a dream for me because I can't cook and I'm lazy and I want healthy food. So for me, it'd be perfect to have somebody they're acting like a virtual partner. They're literally doing things that a nice partner would do for you. And you don't have to put up with them and they don't have to put up with my awful farts. Get 40% off with the code UFC Unfiltered at trifectanutrition.com/unfiltered. That's 40% off your first order and free shipping when you order from Trifecta today. It's the code unfiltered at trifectanutrition.com/unfiltered. Yeah, getting your nose tested with a broken nose.
I don't know if he knows I was really in this hotel. I'm in the same hotel. I'm really in the same hotel as him. Did he think we were joking? Or did he not really know? I didn't know.
Wait, do you have edibles for the flight? You don't, do you?
Why do you, Jimmy? What's the matter? Why would you ask me that?
Who are you sitting next to on the flight? Have you picked
Probably nobody.
Now, when they charter a flight like this, there's a lot of guys
yes, I do. Oh, by the way, I hit a dispensary before I got to the hotel. To be honest with you. And the audience. I'm honest with my audience. First of all, I got fucking arthritis. Go fuck everybody.
Well, Matt, hold on. Do they assign you a seat, or you just sit wherever you want?
I don't know how this works, man. If it was Dana's private jet, if there's a couple of beds, Dana's got one, I got the other. I tell Nick the Tooth to go fuck himself. Nah, he wasn't on the show for a while. But I don't know how this works with a chartered fucking thing.
Dana has beds on his plane. I've never seen his plane. He's got beds.
Yeah, there was one on. I don't know. Yeah, nice.
A nice seat going back.
I'm not that guy. Dude, listen. I just don't want to be flying coach over there to fucking Abu Dhabi on this chartered plane. I don't want to be stuck between two fucking. Now they probably got to have it spread out. No.
You hope so, because it might be a coach seat.
Come on, man, go fuck yourself.
I hope not. You should have checked that out. See, that's where I'm Matt, I would have checked that out immediately. That's the first thing I would have checked.
I did. I asked if I was going business class. They're like, no, but they're chartering a plane.
But who gets business and who gets first or it might just be all the same. How do they work that out?
I don't know, Jimmy. Listen, I got kids, man. I got to do what I got to do. You know what I mean? You do.
Yeah, of course you do.
I do. And we have a good time.
Yeah. I'm glad we get to talk to Frankie today, too. He's fighting at bantamweight.
Pedro Munoz is a tough fighter.
Yeah, he is. He hasn't fought in a year, though. I don't know why he hasn't fought in a year.
I do know that I watched a lot of his fights, and when he was going to fight Aljo. Aljo was his last fight? Oh, no. He knocked out Cody since then.
No, Garbrandt was before that in March, and he lost to Aljo June of 2019.
Well, we watch a lot of fights, to be honest.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's an interesting fight. That's a great fight. He's got a very good guillotine, and he's got a good chin. Solid. He's got power, solid striking. Now Pedro's a tough fight, man. That's a great fight. There's so many fights that come out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Because it feels like we're just back full throttle, Jimmy.
It'll be interesting to see how Frankie. I want to ask him. Obviously, he's dropping weight. He looks great if you see pictures of him. He seems like the type of guy that isn't fazed by that shit. Like, he just knows what he has to do and does it. He's such a professional. Frankie doesn't seem like he would have taken that if he didn't think he could do it and be comfortable.
Well, now you got me thinking about how I'm flying Abu Dhabi.
Sorry, Matt. It's the first thing I would have.
Fuck, you know me, Jimmy. You can't say that to me. I don't feel like being on a fucking 18-hour flight between a bunch of camps and me just sitting there eating my peanuts.
Well, Matt, it's the first thing I thought of.
I don't want to be stuck,
It's the first thing I thought of with you. I said, how is Matt getting there to Abu Dhabi? How are you flying? When I heard chartered flight, that might be awesome. How many people are going?
Jimmy, I don't know any of this shit. You're making me stressed. But everybody's going to be on this. Everybody's got tested. That's good news.
Yes, everyone is tested and in good shape, and you know that. So,
yeah, but fuck now, Jimmy. Now you got me thinking about
Well, you'll know in a few hours. Just get there. That's my.
What am I gonna do? I gotta do what I gotta do for my family. You understand?
I would say get there early. I would say if you can.
What, Jimmy?
In case it's first come, first serve. In case it's, I'm imagining.
Dude, there's no way there's gonna be like a business class fucking thing on this plane, and everybody else in fucking and coach. I'll fucking revolt. They
may though, but they may give like the main event fighters. It may be like that, like the main event guys get first or business. Like just
Yeah, well, listen. You're just trying to poke the bear.
No,
so stop.
All right.
Now, am I going to text the person? Am I going to have to start texting people?
I would.
You're making me do it. You're making me do it on air.
Hey,
I'm doing it right now.
Where am I sitting on the plane? That's what I would do.
Are you doing that?
No,
what do you think,
I want you to be comfortable. And if you find out that you could have switched your seat by getting there early, first come, first serve, buddy.
I mean, why am I even doing this? What am I going to say? No, I'm going to.
No, you're just curious. Nothing wrong with being curious.
All right, let's just get this all out. Can we just get this all out of the episode?
No, I'm dying to know it. It's all I care about. I care more about your flight than I do the main event. So listen, Matt, we should talk about a couple of other things.
What?
Before you, Frank? I mean, obviously, there's some very sad news coming out of the UFC, as we all know. Khabib's dad passed away. He had COVID.
That's horrible,
not an old guy. We're 57, I think, too.
He's 57.
He was 57, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously an in-shape guy. So maybe he had a pre-existing condition, but, very sad. And Khabib got a lot of love from fighters, from Conor, of course, and Tony Ferguson and Justin Gaethje, all these guys sending out nice thoughts.
Yeah, listen, everybody knows how close he was with his father. And his father is such a legend in the sport. And, it's sad, man. All condolences, to Khabib and his family. Yeah.
Very, very, very sad. And I guess it's still affecting people pretty badly. So everyone's just got to be vigilant. And, it would be interesting to see what, to go back to 251, it'll be interesting to see what Max Holloway does against Volkanovski, because this is a fight. Usman and Masvidal is everyone's talking about that a lot, but you can't overlook the co-main event, which is an incredible rematch.
What the corrections Max would have to make for that? Listen, Max was in the fight. It's not like Max wasn't in the fight. But Volkanovski he's a little bull, isn't he?
I think he dominated. If I remember correctly. Sorry, Matt. Didn't he dominate that fight? If I remember correctly, he was very dominant in that fight. I mean, it was clearly his fight.
Yeah, no, he was the aggressor in there. He was landing the better shots, and it was his fight. It was, but I don't know. Max you'd still see little glimpses of Max, of hope that Max would be coming back. So I don't know. I would listen. Max has done so much in the sport that it's definitely a warranted rematch.
Of course, yeah. And it was a decision. And Max said that he didn't do any sparring. He trained on Zoom. Like his camp was on Zoom. Now, I don't know how accurate that is. Maybe he felt like he didn't need to spar. Or maybe he was just scared of getting sick and not being able to fight, or I don't know. But I wish we could interview him. I'd love to ask about that. And Frankie Edgar, I'll be interested to see if he believes that. I'm curious if he believes. And of course, Petr Yan against Jose Aldo for the vacated bantamweight title fight, which Aljo will get the winner of that.
That's going to be interesting, man. But Petr Yan has been looking like a little beast, no? When you think about what he's did to Uriah Faber and everybody else.
Yeah, Jimmy Rivera.
Jimmy Rivera. He's I would love to see him and Aljo fight. I think that's what's destined to happen.
I think
Petr Yan
too.
versus the Funk Master, Aljamain Sterling. I think that would be. I believe Aljo will be his kryptonite. To be honest with you. I think Petr Yan's going to be able to. I don't know, man. You can't count Jose Aldo out. Obviously, once you think he's starting to decline or not looking himself after a couple of losses to Max, he's had some great fights since. Hurting a lot of people.
Lost to Volkanovski as well. It's coming off of 2 straight losses, a split decision to Moraes, which there were enough people who thought that he won that fight, and a unanimous decision loss to Volkanovski.
What did you think of that one?
It was, I love Jose Aldo. So I always kind of, I felt that maybe he could have gotten the nod on that. But it's hard to say when it's a close fight like that, because somebody will say, no, I called it different. He had more significance. So I don't know. I didn't have a problem with it, but I would have been fine if Jose got it.
Well, let's ask the very talented Frankie Edgar, the legendary Frankie Edgar. Ready? Go! Hi, what's up, Frankie?
Now, Frankie, let's. How are you doing with the? There's photos of you look great at the weight. How has it been going down, dropping 10 pounds?
It's been good, so far so good. I feel really surprisingly really well, man. I've been putting nothing but good food in my body. I haven't eaten pizza in 2 months. I don't think I've went my whole life without having pizza in 2 months. So, definitely looking forward to that after the fight.
That's the first thing you're gonna do. Now you're flying tonight, correct?
Yes. Yep. Just got my first negative test, and we'll be flying out tonight.
How do you handle long?
I know. I got the same lamp. Look at the lamp. I see your lamp.
Yeah, man.
Now, how do you handle these long flights? We were just talking to Calvin Kattar, and he was saying that for him, it's a kind of a pain in the ass, whereas Rob Font sleeps. Can you sleep on an 18-hour flight?
Yeah, I said, yeah, I'll be, I'll definitely be able to sleep for 18 hours. I'll be forced to. I fought overseas a bunch of times, been on some pretty long flights, so I'll make do. It won't be the best situation, but we'll make it all right.
And we talked also, 251 is Saturday. You're fighting the following Wednesday. That extra couple of days, I think, is going to be definitely advantageous to adjust to the time difference and to when you're fighting and to get your schedule where you need it to be to fight at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to try to stay on this time since the fights are going to be on U.S. time, really. So I'll probably just try to sleep during the day, I guess, and stay up at night. I think so, at least. We'll see what happens when we get out there.
No, that's what I mean. To adjust to fighting at 8, because you're fighting on U.S. time. So I mean, you have to adjust and fight at like 8 in the morning now instead of what the schedule you're keeping right now.
Right. But at least I think I should. If I'm on this time, I'm assuming I'll be able to sleep when I have to. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean that's a big turnaround for somebody fighting Saturday, leaving Monday night, getting there Tuesday, and then having to fight Saturday. I guess, but I guess it wasn't the same boat.
I think the Saturday guys, I think they're there already. They've been there, I think, already for a little bit.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, I thought everyone was going tonight. Oh, okay, I'm incorrect.
And Frankie, the Pedro Munoz fight is it like, because you are the bigger name, even though Pedro is very dangerous, very well-rounded, love him as a fighter. I love this matchup. This is an exciting fight. But when it comes to you are the bigger name. Is it like you don't give a shit who it is? It's like, yo, just get me somebody. I want to fight. Or is it like, all right, I like Pedro's style, or this would be a good fight? Or how did it exactly happen with Pedro?
Yeah, I mean, he's been calling me out, and the UFC offered him. I really don't care. I know he's a top 5, top 10 guy, and I've been fighting those guys my whole career. And I said, yeah, sign me up. I'm down. I know he's a dangerous opponent. Definitely gonna have to be on my P's and Q's for this fight, and I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun matchup.
Anything slowing down? Because you don't look like you're slowing down. How do you feel in the training room?
I feel great. I'm performing well. This weight cut has been fantastic. Like I said, it forced me to really put, when I was at 55, especially even 45, I could dick around on the weekends, eat what I want. And, I think that with nutrition, I'm realizing nutrition does matter a lot. Now that I'm putting nothing but good stuff in me, I feel like my energy levels are probably the best they've been. And, maybe mentally I'm telling myself that because I'm that type of person, but I feel good.
Now, I don't want you to get mad at me because this is almost like eating at Olive Garden. But, yo, Frankie, watch this. I had, we were in this shitty fucking hotel. No offense. But there's no room service. So fucking,
Nothing.
You know what I had last night? The frozen fucking dinner of the chicken palm healthy choice. I know.
Damn,
Frankie.
Bro.
How was it?
My Italian-American caught in. This is not.
That's sacrilege, bro. That's sacrilege.
It was fucking delicious. I'll tell you right now, the broccoli's on the floor, but it was good.
So you have a microwave in the room, Matt? You got a microwave?
I do, Jimmy. I do. It looks like I was here a week. It's a fucking disaster. I was here fucking half a day. I'm a slob. I don't know how my wife puts up with me. But Frankie, I don't know. Before we hang up, I want to find out where you guys. Well, you can't really eat anyway. This is good for you.
No, I've been doing a little Uber Eats, and the UFC guy brought some trifecta meals as well. So, I'm eating what I gotta eat.
Oh yeah, we just did a read for those guys. They make everything and they just bring it to you and you just heat it up, right?
Yeah, not so bad.
Well, look, it'll be interesting to see how you, again, 135. I mean, you fought. This is a third weight class you fought in.
This is my third, yes, third weight class. Yep.
What made the final decision for you to do it?
I just thought it was time, 55, 45, and, things didn't go my way, but last 45 fight, and I thought this was a good time to go down. Some new blood, little resurgence in my career. Mark has been telling me to go down for a very long time, so finally I caved in and said, let's make the jump.
What do you think of no, you go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it's so interesting because you had such great success always being the smaller guy, whether it's fucking Chad Mendes or Gray Maynard. I mean, you were always the smaller guy. And it was always awesome to watch because you see the little guy fucking he's killing everybody. But you now being, for you being the smaller guys, you're still dumping these guys and lifting them. I'm excited to see how you're going to be with guys more your size or you even being a little bigger. It's interesting.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to kind of have a little more pop, maybe a little more strength. I don't think I'm going to be the biggest guy even at this point, believe it or not. But, yeah, it's definitely even if guys are a little bit bigger than me, they're not going to be as big as these guys have been in the past.
Yeah, and Munoz is saying that he wants to be the first person to submit you.
That's cool.
Hey, is Ricardo with you? Ricardo Maynard or no?
No, he's not. He, just because of all the situation going on, he had to hang back.
Of course. No, I understand, dude. Crazy times, Frankie. But the family's good? The family's okay?
Doing well. Everybody's doing well. How about yourself?
Man, as good as could be, I mean, we're rolling with the punches. We're doing okay.
Can do at this point.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, I'm going to probably be on the same plane as you. So I'll be seeing you in a few hours.
Yeah,
I'm going over there with Dana.
I hope you see Matt walking towards the back of the plane. I hope you're enjoying the front of the plane and you see Matt walking towards the back.
I really hope, Frankie, I really hope they don't put me in coach. I'll fucking make it stink. I'm not a prima donna.
I don't think so, bro. Come on, you're too important.
I'm not a prima donna, but fuck that shit, man. I got my knees sucked. There's only so much the edibles can do for you. But hey, man, listen, I'll talk to you soon, brother. I can't wait to see you.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Be good to see you.
Good luck, man. Have a good trip and a good fight.
Be good, brother. Take care, guys.
All right, Frankie. Be good.
Later, Frankie.
Bye.
Why does it say daddy as who I'm talking to? I'm not Jimmy. You're not my father. And you're not even a daddy. You're not a daddy. I'm a daddy. If anybody should be daddy, I am daddy. I'm literally a daddy. You're not a daddy.
You're right.
I'm not calling you daddy.
Why not?
So listen, I was happy to talk to Frankie.
I changed my name, so it's better.
I don't see it now. Let me see.
Okay.
Daddy, Daddy in the Ige house lad. That's Jimmy. I don't. It's not right that you call me the Ige house lad. That means like I'm trying to break into like show business or something. I don't know.
No, it just means that
I look too eager.
Yeah, but you're a house lad. That's just a nice thing to be called, a house lad.
Kimura lad.
Kimura lad.
I'll tell you, the other day rolling, I started rolling again, man.
You did,
Jimmy, I need it for my mental health. I need it.
How did it feel? How did it feel to do it?
Oh, felt fucking great. 45 minutes with my buddy Tess, one of my brown belts.
Now, Matt, before because I think I'm going to be talking to you Wednesday, but because again, we don't know at the time difference. So do you want to do our picks for 251 now, just in case we're not able to connect because of the
You know what? Why not make it awkward? I'm going to be over there and I'll see everybody. So they can be like, oh, in case anybody does listen, and be like, you blow, picked against me.
What do you think?
I'm down, man.
Okay, where should we start? Let's start with Paige Van Zandt, Amanda Ribas.
I'm impressed with this girl.
Amanda, yeah.
But Paige Van Zandt, she comes to, she's not all TikTok videos, that girl. She comes to fight.
Yeah.
So that's a scrap right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Ribas by decision.
You know what? I am going to say the same thing.
All right, here we go. Jessica Andrade versus Thug Rose.
This is a rematch. Rose hasn't fought since since the belt changed hands, and since then Andrade has lost to Weili Zhang, a first round TKO loss, and Rose was doing very well against her in the first round as well. I am going to take Rose because I do think that she's won't have that same thing happen a second time.
Rose, third round. rear naked choke. Holla.
I'm going to give Rose's second round TKO. Nami.
Ooh. All right. Peter Yan versus
Jose
the former
Aldo.
champ, Jose Aldo. I'll tell you, I'm going to be watching this over there in the Yaz Island.
What do you think?
I think third round TKO for Peter Yan. Right now, he's doing chin-ups. Right now, he's doing something. I guarantee it. He's on a man on a mission. Him and Aljo are destined to fight. I liked it. I don't know, man. Even though I do love Jose Aldo, I think that's going to be a fucking.
They've also
fighting tonight.
Jose is also coming off 2 losses, which will be interesting to see how he handles this. Oh my God, I don't know.
Well, this is the thing. When people ask me about going to Abu Dhabi, I tell them, I've been around the world. Hey, Jimmy, I've been around the world.
Are you saying I've been around the world and I?
Yeah, Jimmy. I can't find my baby. Is that the words?
Yep.
All right, let's get back to the picks.
I have to take Jan as well. I'm going to take him in a 4th round stoppage.
Wait, what you just? Oh, fuck, that's right.
It's a 5-round fight. They're all 5-round fights. The last 3 are 5-round fights.
God, my goodness, Jimmy. I changed my pick. What did you say?
So I'm going to get 4th round stoppage by Petr Yan.
I wanted the same thing, but I'm going to stick to the 3rd. You know why? Because I'm just like you point out often, leader, not a follower. That's who you're looking at over here, Jimmy.
Yeah, you are.
All right. All right. Let's keep it going, buddy.
Volkanovski, Max Holloway Featherweight Championship. It's a rematch. Volkanovski won a decision and took the title in December. It was Holloway's first loss in quite a while.
Max was saying some controversial stuff. Was he saying that he was just training over? What is he saying?
Yeah, he said and I meant to ask Frankie about that, but our connection was not.
Shit.
He said he trained only on Zoom. And by the way, Max had a loss. I said only before that, but it was a Poirier loss. And he had, I believe, gone up for that. So I guess I should have said that. I said he hadn't lost in a while, but he had lost to Dustin Poirier 2 fights before that.
Interesting. No, that's true. Could he?
I don't think Max, if he wins, I think he only wins by a decision. Because again, Max moves so well and he peppers you and he uses distance so well and he's so fast and he gets out of the way so quickly. But Volkanovski,
it's weird though. You know what it is, man? This is my problem. Sometimes when I spend time with guys, I start to go. I'll start to lean towards the guy I know more. I do. I'm a biased guy. I do that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not an analyst, Jimmy.
No, me neither.
You know what I mean?
We're just chums.
Jim, remember when you were asking me before the show about my ranking in Standout Battle Royale of VR?
Yes.
You want me to tell you now?
No, you promised.
Jimmy, Jimmy, can I tell you? Jimmy, hold on. Jimmy, can I tell you one thing?
Well, when I asked you before, you promised you would text me as soon as you landed, so it'd be.
I know, but
nice.
Only because I wish there was an applause button. I really do, because you're looking, Jimmy. There's a lot of people that play this game on the VR. I know a lot of people. Can I tell you this? If you had to guess my ranking, could you, Jimmy? Can you play? Jimmy,
okay, let me guess.
Can you just humor me? First of all, I miss you.
I'll guess.
Can you just humor me?
I miss you too. I'm gonna guess.
Can you just humor me? Because I know I'm a grown man. I know I play video games. I shouldn't really brag about it because it's kind of. I mean, I did shit in my life that I could brag about. Like, sure. I don't want to be that guy. I'm not that guy. I accomplished some things that some people said maybe I couldn't accomplish, but I'm kind of. I don't like to live and rest on my laurels, Jimmy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't rest on my laurels. So I like to really achieve new things, conquer new ground.
I'm going to guess, Matt.
In Standout Battle Royale.
First.
Nah, yeah. You know why you mean? This is why you mean. This is why you mean. Because you know I'm not first in Standout Battle Royale. That's why I think you're mean. You're mean-spirited. People think you're a little cute and cuddly. No, you're vicious. You're vicious.
No, I think that's my guess.
No, it's not.
First.
I'm in the top 10 though.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm number 8. I'm number 8 in the world.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, fucking Jimmy. I listen. At one point, maybe I'll get to number 1. But why? You can't be happy for me? Go, wow. You're making me cry.
That is great. That is great.
Is that boy? Listen, as a guy, 46 years old, father of 3, Hall of Famer and stuff, tough champion. Do you think it's embarrassing that I'm kind of like not boasting about it, but I'm proud of myself?
No, I don't think that's embarrassing. No, not at all.
46 years old.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jimmy. Listen,
not embarrassing.
Hey, man, people are into different things. Am I hurting anybody?
No.
In there, I'm hurting somebody.
You're murking people.
In there, in there. When they see Kimura Savage on the kill feed, they know they're in for hell. Yeah, let's get back to the picks.
I'm taking Volkanovski.
Oh.
I love Max Holloway. It's very hard to pick against Max because I like him so much. But Volkanovski has looked so good. And, I'm going to – Max is really not easy to stop. And his last 2 wins over Aldo and Max have been by decision.
Well, Jimmy, are you going to go?
I'm thinking.
No, you are thinking. Well, this is the thing. There's a part, and listen, I like a lot of times when I can't think of like who'd win, I go with the shorter guy. Maybe that's wrong in your eyes, but I'm like, yeah, I was a short fighter too. And I know what it's like. I feel your pain. This is what I'm going to say. This is what I think. I think that Max, once I start to think about Alexander Volkanovski doing kind of what he did last time, I think about Max Holloway versus Jose Aldo. Yeah. Not once, but twice. And I think about his performances. Yeah. And I'm like, man, how can I count this guy out?
Yeah.
I mean, look what he does. So this is what oh! Did you read the back? Read the bottom screen. Read that shit. Did you read it? Guys, write it again.
I gave my...
Did you read it?
No.
It says ranked 7th in Battle Royale.
Yes, I named myself that. That's my name.
Jimmy, wait a minute. Jimmy, you know I can't. Are you serious? Are you joking?
Yeah, I just changed my name to
You're
rank
a
7th.
Fucking asshole. No. I thought the producers were writing in, and on the screen it said ranked 7th in Battle Royale. So I thought
that's my name. That's my new name.
You know I don't know how to work this thing.
Yeah.
So you purposely wrote that to get my hopes up, thinking I was.
No, I figured you. No.
No, you're a cruel little prick. You might look like Gizmo, but you're striped. You're a gremlin. You're not a Mogwai.
I figured you would see it as my name, because that's where I had Daddy.
Let's keep going, Jimmy.
All right, buddy. We got.
No, I picked Max. I picked Max by decision. I feel he's going to put it together, and I think Volkanovski's tough where he's going to take it. He's going to eat it. High volume. He's going to get out of the way. He's going to work his feet distance a little bit. He's going to get his range down, and I think he's going to start piecing up. Somehow he gets on top. It'll be a good thing.
Volkanovski in the 3rd round.
Ooh, how about that? You know what? Max in the 4th round.
Okay.
That's how I do. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
I try to match you.
I love Max. I mean, as a fan, I would love to see Max win because I like him so much.
Well, listen to me. You know what they say, friends like you. Keep going. What do we got next?
The main event.
Jimmy.
Jorge Masvidal, Kamaru Usman.
Good, I wasn't still fighting. You pick against me.
No, I couldn't pick against you.
All right, now here we go. I am going to base it on Jorge. Even though I'm sure he did stay in shape. I'm sure he probably thought about, he could replace somebody and jump in there and.
Sure.
But man, it's hard to pick against him because he does rise to the occasion.
Sure does.
But how do you go against a guy that's just been perfect so far?
Can't.
As far as, you know what I mean? It's hard to do that. I think Jorge is going to be hard to put away for sure. But I'm going to take the champ, Kamaru Usman, by decision.
Yeah, I'll take Kamaru by decision as well. I think he's going to try to press him up against the cage and grind him on the cage. I think that's Then again, it's again without a camp. Masvidal going 5 rounds with a guy who's so smothering like Usman is tough because again, without the camp, I'm saying just the fact that he's taking it on a week's notice.
Yeah, but he's a competitive guy. And he's a very mental guy, so he'll fight through some shit. That's why I think it'll go the distance. You know, he's not a guy to be like, oh, I'm tired. You know, some guys will be in there and be like, yo, I did my best. It got too hot in here.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm no longer the hammer. The nail kind of sucks. Get me out. So I've seen that a bunch, you know. So, but you know, I never seen that from him, and I don't think we'll see that from him ever.
No.
You know, I believe that Kamar's wrestling, especially his wrestling for MMA up against the cage, you know, it'll lead to a probably a, you know, I'd say a dominating win. He's gonna out grapple him.
All right.
You know?
Yeah. Usman by decision, I'll take as well.
You don't gotta just agree with me.
No, but I do agree. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Can I picture him stopping? I mean, you know, Masvidal again is so tough, and he's such a smart fighter too. Like, yeah.
Sometimes I forget that you can see me, Jimmy.
I know. I like that's my favorite.
I do that. I flex. You know. Ooh, Tiger Showman.
No, not in a while.
I know, Jimmy. I know, and you know, sometimes, you know, for all the business owners like myself, you're like, you feel like you're dropped in the ocean and there's no sign of the shore, you know. That's when you got to keep your head up, Jimmy. All these celebrities doing these PSA messages, I think I'm going to do my own. No, Jimmy, hear me out. But it's going to be more upbeat and just more of a song. More of an upbeat song. And then I'll pull you in. Maybe you could sing. No?
No,
a little like more of like a couple verses. No, not like a big long song.
Okay.
You know?
Sure.
All right, we'll talk later. We'll work about it. We'll work on it. Yes?
Yes. Please text me when you're on the plane so I know. Because I'll be thinking about you till tomorrow.
Did we do what? Wait, we didn't do all the guests. Did we guess them all? No.
We did.
We didn't pick them all. No. Did we?
We interviewed Frankie. We interviewed Calvin. We chatted. We laughed. We had you in a panic about where you're sitting. And we did our picks.
Are you doing any gigs online?
Just Chip on TBS. Chip is on TBS.
How's that? What do you mean?
He's in a comedy competition. Yeah.
Oh, so you're not on there. Chip's on there.
Chip is.
But is Chip trying to break into the business? What is he doing?
No, he's competing against other comedians, like real comedians.
That's really odd. But he's going to be really bad. But that's going to be really
good.
Good, possibly. I want to watch it. When is that on?
Well, round 1 already aired. We don't have the results yet. But
you don't tell me you don't even tell me anything, even as a friend.
Well, I feel I don't know what's going to happen yet, so I get self-conscious. Plus, it's Chip.
I get like that sometimes. I get like that, then I start texting people about if I'm sitting in coach or not. All right, Jimmy, listen, man. I love you, man. I will. I'll be seeing you, dude. I'm going to an island.
Yeah. Have a safe trip, man. Have fun. Enjoy.
Maybe I might be on the next show. We're gonna see how it works out with over there with the Zoom and me figuring everything out, the time zones and whatnot.
Great. All right, I'm jealous you get to go. Have a safe trip, and I'll talk to you later today. Text me.
You got it, man. Take care, buddy. Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye, guys. Matt, I'll talk to you soon.
Later, pal.